So a lot of people, when they talk about vegan diet, they're very scared. They're scared that their diet's gonna lack in nutrients, that they're gonna be malnourished, that they're gonna lose hair, they're gonna lose weight, they're gonna lose bone mass. And all of this can be true if they don't do it properly. However, if you do it properly with a vegan diet, you can have an amazing level of energy. You can have a very healthy environment for your cells, for your brain, for your muscles. And how do you do that is through some supplementing and also through knowing what to eat. So let's start with the supplements. The first supplement that is necessary for a vegan diet is the vitamin B12. You will need around 250 micrograms of this a day. Usually you can take it as a capsule or a liquid form. They say that the liquid form is a little bit better absorbed from the body, and it's probably true. Or you can get it through nutritional yeast. However, the nutritional yeast, the problem is that you need to get it with every meal, with 3 meals every day, by adding around 2 teaspoons with every meal. So it's a little bit difficult to get it just by the nutritional yeast itself. So I would go for the lazy choice of having it as a capsule or as liquid. The second supplement that you will need is the vitamin D. Usually you will need this even if you're having a non-plant-based diet, because many countries there is not enough sunshine and we produce our vitamin D through sunlight. So yeah, you're gonna need around 1,000 international units per day to have a very good level of vitamin D. Vitamin D is necessary for proper bone metabolism as well as for calcium absorption in the body, so it's really important to have it. The third one is the vegan oil from algae. I love this one. This is the same as the fish oil but without the mercury and the other toxins that are now part of our ocean, unfortunately. And you usually need 1 or 2 capsules a day. You can buy it on Amazon or everywhere you want. This is the one that I use and it's amazing. Let's go to the fourth supplement. The fourth supplement is iodine, and iodine is very poor in almost all foods except for seaweed. Seaweed salad or the nori sheets are full in iodine. Usually you just need to get around 2 tablespoons of seaweed salad a day to get your daily recommended dose. It's amazing. It helps a lot with your thyroid function, which is related to muscles, to heart. It's related to digestion, to your metabolic rates. So it's very important you get that as well. And once we're done with these supplements, then we can start with some extras. So the flaxseed, and the flaxseed is an amazing source of these molecules that lower your cholesterol levels. So if you do have diabetes, if you have the heart disease, 1 or 2 tablespoons of flaxseed is a miracle food for you. Now you do need to get the grounded flaxseed because that one is very easily absorbed by your body. And yeah, if you do get the one that is in grain, it might not get absorbed properly, so it just might pass through your body without you getting the benefits of it. And after the flaxseed, we have something magical, that is turmeric. Turmeric is anti-inflammatory, is an anti-cancer. There's so much studies done about turmeric, especially in colon cancer, because they saw that in vitro, turmeric does decrease the number of polyps, of cancer cells, so it does help a lot. And especially when it's used with black pepper in combination, about half of a teaspoon of turmeric and half a teaspoon of black pepper, it activates all those anti-inflammatory substances in turmeric. So it's very good to combine it with black pepper. It would be amazing for soups or curries, whichever you prefer. So now that we're done with this part, let's start with what do you need to eat in terms of food that you actually know about. So let's start with nuts. Nuts are an amazing source of good fats or high density lipoproteins. But how much nuts do we need per day? I would say 1/4 of a cup is more than enough. Usually go for pecan walnuts, they are amazing, but also cashews and pistachio are really good nuts for you. Try to avoid the peanuts because it's not as much packed with antioxidants as other nuts. You can also use seeds to get the amount of high density lipoproteins that you need. So chia seeds are amazing, like 1 spoon of chia seeds, or hemp seeds as well are a very good source also of antioxidants. So now that we're done with our nuts, let's start with berries. Okay, so berries, from all the fruits, berries are the ones that are packed the most with antioxidants. And if you don't know what antioxidants are, they are this like micromolecules that attach to toxins in our blood and in our organs and take them out through our digestive tract or through urine. And the blacker a berry or a fruit is, the more it is packed with antioxidants. And the reason for that is because this color was created so that when the sun would hit, for example, if it's like a blackberry, that would absorb more light from the sun. So it needs to have more of this antioxidants inside to fight that radiation. And berries are also used like a lot by like pilots, because there's a lot of like radiation going on in the sky when you're flying so high. And they're an amazing source of antioxidants, of vitamins, of minerals. So I would always go for blackberries, and then blueberries, and then raspberries. So I would always go for the one that is the darkest and is like the highest packed with antioxidants. Clearly, I love antioxidants. Then other fruits, you need around 3 fruits per day, medium size, so 1 apple, 1 pear, 1 orange will do it. However, you want to use as much like different kind of fruits in your diet. You don't want to like stick to just one food, because then you're getting just one mineral or like just one type of like vitamin, and you're not like adding a lot. So like the more variety you introduce to your diet, the better it is. Then after we're done with the fruits and the berries, for the berries you usually need around half a cup a day. For the fruits, you do need around 1.5 cup or 3 full fruits. Then we're gonna go to the vegetables. So there is 2 types of like vegetables in the group that I'm gonna give right now. There's something called cruciferous vegetables, which are like broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, Brussels sprouts. So like all of these things that look a little bit like they have like a crown, like cruciferous. And they're very good for your immune system. So whenever you're having like broccoli, the first thing that happens in your digestive tract is that it lightens up this IgA cells, which are like cells of your immune system, and protects you from bacteria and from viruses. And this is so important for our body, because every time we're eating, there is certain amount of bacteria and there is certain amount of viruses that are going through our system. So whenever you introduce like a little bit of broccoli in your diet, like with meal, with like lunch or with dinner, you're activating your immune system, which is amazing, which means that you're protecting your body. And then for other vegetables, like you need to do a variety of them, but my favorite is bell peppers. Bell peppers are so rich in vitamin C, and vitamin C will help you absorb iron from a lot of the foods that you're gonna eat. So we're done with the cruciferous vegetables, and now let's go to the other vegetables. So with the other vegetables, you're gonna need around 1 cup a day. And again, try to have as much variety as you can, like carrots, like celery, the peppers. So I'm gonna like attach a list, like a PDF list of all the different types of food that you can have, so that you keep it like in a variety. So after we're done with other vegetables, we're going to talk about greens. So greens are an amazing source of antioxidants as well, especially like kale and spinach are amazing. Spinach is also very rich in iron, especially if you combine it with like lemon, because lemon is also like high in vitamin C. So it allows your body, whenever there's like a lot of vitamin C, it allows your body to absorb iron better. And you will need around 1 cup of cooked greens a day, or 2 cups of raw greens a day, which is not very much. It sounds like a lot of food, but it's not very much. So we're done with the greens as well. I just want to make sure I don't leave anything behind. And now we're gonna talk about protein. How do we get our protein? A lot of people are scared that there's no protein in plant-based food, and they are gonna be like feeling low in energy. However, the truth is not like that. Tofu and tempeh, especially tempeh, has around 19 grams of protein for every 100 grams, which is amazing. It's a lot. It's like almost as much as beef and turkey. And there was a lot of like the meat industry made a lot of like publicity how there's a lot of estrogen in soy. However, we recently found out that the estrogen of soy is a completely different estrogen. It's not the same, and it's actually very good, and it decreases breast cancer by 30%. That's why like breast cancer is not as popular in Asian cultures as it is in North America, because they do use a lot of like soy products. So the estrogen from soy is not toxic to the body. It actually decreases the risks for cancer by 30% of breast cancer, and it's very good source of protein, which is amazing, especially for women. It's really good. It balances your hormones, and it's also very tasty. So tempeh, the way you can cook it is usually like with salads, with like you bake it and you use it in salads. You can like dip it into hummus. Amazing. And then how else do we get protein from? Well, like all beans, lentils are so packed in protein, and you usually will need around 40 to 60 grams or 70 grams of protein a day. So like even just having 200 grams of tofu or tempeh is enough for you to get that protein from beans, and then you can get the rest from like the fruits and the vegetables that you're eating, although they're like very small quantity. And yeah, I'm gonna also give you a list of all the beans and like different types and sources of protein. Then we have the grains. So the grains are very interesting actually. Like my favorite are oatmeals, because there's a lot of studies that show that they do reduce cholesterol. And quinoa. Quinoa is my favorite ever because it's so tasty, but also it does have 8 grams of protein for every 100 grams of quinoa, which is a lot considering that it's a grain. Also barley is very good, and whenever like you're buying like even rice, try to go for like either wild rice or black rice or brown rice. Don't go for like white rice, because that does have a lot of sugar, and it might like help you have like diabetes or other like problems with your body. So always go for whole grains and the less processed grains. Okay, so I think that's about it. We talked about everything that you need to take. Another thing is like beverages, like how much do we drink a day, and should we have coffee or not? Well, like studies show that coffee is actually good for you. 1 cup to 2 cups a day is totally normal and it's good. And green tea is amazing antioxidant, and you need around 5 cups a day of water and tea combined. I personally think that that's a little bit, and we need more than that. I think like 3-4 liters a day is totally fine. It keeps you hydrated, and keeping in consideration that we're like 80% made of water, we might want to have like a very healthy and watery environment in our body. Okay, thank you so much for watching, and have an amazing day.